Hello, welcome to Have a Tea with me. How are you? How are you going today? You good? Nice day for a cup of tea, nice day for an English language conversation. If you're an English language learner and you're looking to practice your speaking, looking to practice your conversation skills, you're in the right place. We're here for you. You will see in the comments and in the chat, there is a link. If you click on that link, you can come on through and we can have a conversation about whatever you choose to, whatever you think would be good to have a conversation about. So by all means, click on that link and come on through. You're more than welcome. We are here every day, Monday to Friday at 12 o'clock Universal Time. For this particular program called Have a Tea with me. So I'm having a tea, and it's a relaxed conversation session. It depends on you what you like to talk about, but certainly come on through and we can have a chat about whatever you like to, whatever is interesting for you. So it's completely up to you what you like to chat about. Today is the 24th of February when we're broadcasting this out live. It's a Thursday. I hope it's a good Thursday for you so far. Wonderful day. Well, I hope it's a wonderful day anyway for you. But yes. So like I say, we are here every day, Monday to Friday at 12 o'clock Universal Time. And you are welcome to come and have a chat. All you got to do is click on that link and we can have that. We can have a conversation. I'm just going to talk about various topics by myself while no one else is here. But if you come through and have a chat, we can talk about whatever sort of like on the screen at the moment or whatever we're talking about, or the conversation can go in a different direction. It's up to you. Up to you what you prefer to talk about, as long as it's nice and respectful and all that sort of stuff. But that's like normal, isn't it? Like a normal conversation. If there's a particular time, if you see this on the replay, and hello if you're watching on the replay, if you see this and you're thinking, I can't do that time, send us an email, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com. If you send us an email there, let us know where you're from, your time zone, what you like to chat about, and the days and times when you're free. We can see if we can arrange a time to have a chat. So that's about it. So that's an option for you if you'd like to do that. And you'll see that email address running across the bottom, even if it's not there in the bigger print. But it's always there. So we welcome your emails if you'd like to write. As we say, it's all about practice. If we're not practicing, it limits the growth that we can make in learning English. And so it's all about learning English. So as I say, 12 o'clock Universal Time, Monday to Friday, we are here for English language practice, speaking practice, conversation skills, all of that nice stuff. So there we are. So no one's here at the moment. It's just me. It's just you and me, and we're just we're waiting. So, but if you would like to chat, come on through. In the meantime, while there is no one chatting, I'm just going to talk about stuff. That's just the deal, basically, because someone needs to talk, and if no one else is talking, it's going to be me talking. Otherwise, there's silence. We could have an awkward silence. And we don't want to have an awkward silence. Not on the internet. No. So we could say two ways. We could have awkward silence, just in general. We could have an awkward silence. We can say that both ways, I guess, can't we? It's the funny little thing, the concept or the specific instance. So how are you feeling? You good today? Yeah, we were talking earlier, that conversation yesterday was sort of focused on feelings and words around feelings and how we notice them and a little bit like that. How are you feeling today? If I'm being honest, a bit iffy. I'm a bit iffy. Lock that one down, shall we? Whoops, it didn't work. I'm feeling a bit iffy. Feeling a bit iffy. I'm feeling a bit iffy. A bit iffy. A bit iffy. I'm feeling a bit iffy. Not really saying that G, am I? I'm feeling. I'm feeling. No, I'm feeling a bit iffy. No, I'm feeling a. So the N and the A are coming together. I'm feeling a bit iffy. I'm feeling that. So it's not like feeling tiffy. I guess it's sort of like that, isn't it? Feeling as you said that, I guess I'm feeling in a. It's feel it, but make that bit clearer. Go L and N. Feeling a. We'll say that together. I'm feeling a bit iffy. Now, what's iffy? Iffy is, well, I guess if we have if, it's sort of like, we think of like conditionals and that sort of thing, like questionable. I'm questionable in the sense that not 100%, not feeling 100%, feeling 100%. So a bit iffy. Didn't sleep the best last night. Don't know why. Just couldn't fall asleep. Maybe it's all of the electronic devices, around. Could be that. As you see, you'll notice. So I suppose with all of these, even though I've got the I'm for the first one, I was in a real conversation. I suppose we don't really need to say that, do we? You go, how you going? How you going? How you feeling? How are you going? How you going? Be the question. So how are you going? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Or just how are you? One of those. So how you going? So and I suppose because the sense is similar with some languages, isn't it? Where you have a word means, the way you say the word means a particular person. But in this sense, I guess you would know that, if you're asking me and I give you the answer, it's my answer. Of course. So you go, how you going? Feeling a bit iffy. So you can say, I'm feeling a bit iffy, but feeling a bit iffy, not 100%. Didn't sleep the best last night. Don't know why, I just couldn't fall asleep. And so there's no actual person in there. You could, of course, say, I'm feeling a bit iffy. I am not feeling 100%. I'm not feeling 100%. I'm not 100%. Could say that as well, I guess. I didn't sleep the best last night. You could also say I didn't sleep well. Didn't sleep well last night. I don't know why. I just couldn't fall asleep. I guess that I is a bit repetitive, isn't it? That's probably why we don't say it. It's just too repetitive. I'm feeling a bit iffy. I'm not 100%. I didn't sleep the best last night. I don't know why. I just couldn't fall asleep. That was, to take away that repetitiveness, because I guess with all accidentally, no, it's not on purpose, but just you notice that all of the words actually start a little bit different. Or all the sentences start a little bit different. So it's like feeling, not, didn't, don't, just. So all of those sentences start a little bit differently. It's the same if you're writing, particularly things like job applications, I guess, or covering letters, or even in the CV. When you're writing in the CV, you want to try and avoid a repetition of something. So you don't want to say like, I was, I am, I was, I am, all that sort of stuff, all the way down. That's why in some ways it's good to learn things like passive constructions, and those sort of things are good, because then you can sort of move around the order of the words, so it breaks it up, so it doesn't look, because if you can imagine, if you see a list of sentences and it's all like I, it's if you're going for a job in a team, they're going to go, where's the I in team? Because all of your sentences are I. Why are there no sentences with we achieved our goals or something? Of course, it depends what type of job you're going for, but anyway. But this is true. I am feeling a bit iffy. So, and it's true. I don't know why. It's just, just some days you just can't fall asleep. I don't know about you. You tell me. Sometimes I get you lay in bed, you lay down, like you close your eyes, and you just think to yourself, I'm not falling asleep. This is not working. This is not going to happen. And maybe that's just bad thinking. You need to just sort of change the mentality. Maybe that could be part of it. So it's sort of like you're controlling your destiny, and sort of like you're making your prediction come true. It's like if you say, I'm not going to run the 100 meters in 10 seconds. Well, you can say that, and then you can do that if you want to. You cannot get it in 10 seconds quite easily. So maybe that's part of it, but still, I think because you sort of know sometimes, like you speak honestly with yourself, when you're inside yourself, and you go, I feel awake. I'm not going to sleep. And then you say, well, look, I'll give it a go. It's like you're speaking to yourself. You go, look, talking honestly with yourself. Look, give it a go. Give it a go. Give it a go. Give it a go. If I don't fall asleep within the next, 20 minutes, I'm watching some TV or something, maybe. I don't know. It could be something like that. Or whatever. I guess the most common thing for people these days is to check their phone. That's going to be it. But this is what I mean, like before, is like could be all of the electronic devices that we have. With all of those, it could be making us sort of not function as best we should, shall we say. It could be something like that. So you say to yourself, look, I'll give it a go. If I don't fall asleep in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to watch some TV, or I'm going to check my phone, or I'm going to play a game or whatever. Do something to try and make yourself tired. Because I guess the idea is if you watch some TV, maybe it's something really boring, and then your eyes would sort of like, start to close, and then you can fall asleep. I guess that's the theory. But how many times does that work? How many times does that work? I don't know. Maybe 1 in 5, I would say. 1, maybe 2, if you're lucky. I don't know. It's sort of, it depends on how long we're averaging it out over. If we're talking like 6 months or a year. I guess it depends on the cycles and the seasons and that sort of stuff. So maybe if it's, if it's busy at work in a particular time of year, or there's stress from certain things, or there's certain events on, or it's all like raining and stuff, or it's too hot, or different sorts of things. So it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. But I remember I saw this video on YouTube, I think it was. I saw this video, and it was something along the lines of, you do these exercises when you're in bed, and you do them for, I think it was like 5 minutes or something, of like, you sort of like you stretch your hands on your legs or something, or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And you do this routine, and with that, you fall asleep. Apparently, you're guaranteed to fall asleep. I don't know. Like I thought about it, but the time when I read it, the time when I watched it, was not the time when I needed to fall asleep. So I should watch it. I know I should watch it when I can't sleep, and listen to the instructions, and try and do that. I guess it's also hard because sometimes you don't know, maybe you were like asleep for a little bit, but it was only like a light sleep, and then you wake up again, and you sleep, and then you wake up. And it's like you're not noticing like these little micro sleeps that you have. So it's hard to know, like you think, oh, I've been up all night, when really maybe you've been up for 20 minutes of the night or something, but it's just you have this idea in your head that you sort of feel conscious, or you sense consciousness or something. I'm not sure exactly. Something along those lines anyway. My tea is sufficiently cool today to drink straight away, because this is actually my second cup, and so it was half full already, and it was cooler, the water. So I just poured in some boiling water, and that mixture together came out as the perfect temperature for me to drink the tea. So that's what I did to have my tea. Okay, so let me just remind you, where are we? This is Have a Tea for Me. This is a live English conversation. I put class. It's an opportunity. It's a chance for you, if you're an English language learner. It's a chance for you to speak English, to practice conversation skills, to talk about. You might want to talk about general stuff, very simple conversations and that sort of thing. Maybe you want to practice different types of situations. We're pretty flexible with what we can do. Like I always say, as long as it's respectful and that sort of thing. So we are here every day, Monday to Friday, 12 o'clock Universal Time, and you can come and chat with us. What I am going to do now, I'm going to go and top up my tea, and I will be back momentarily, and we can continue the chat. I'm going to turn off my microphone, top up the tea, and then I'll be back. I will see you soon. Hello. Back. We are back. So this channel is Lesson Jigsaw. You're welcome to subscribe, follow, like, all that sort of stuff. We hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. It is Thursday, the 24th of February, in most places in the world. And the reason I say the dates is just as an example. It's a pretty basic thing, but I think it's always good, just to cover the basics in if not every class, almost every class. Just to do the basics. This is the same as like why, I guess, hello, how are you? All that sort of stuff is sort of like the first thing you learn in English. Or maybe it's like you introduce yourself, my name is, and where I'm from, and that sort of stuff. But it's just something that's said all the time. And that's where you've also got the options. So you can move away from the I'm fine answer or response. So instead of saying I'm fine, you can say other things. So if, like me today, you're not 100%, you can say I'm feeling iffy. I'm feeling iffy. That's an option for you. Anyway, okay, let's do what we've been doing like for a few times, is looking at photos and just talking about the photos, because I guess photos or images and that sort of thing generally are quite good for as conversation starters or prompting conversation. Now, a lot of the time, I guess we look at some details in the photo, but we can also go past that, of course, because it's not just necessarily the detail that you see in the photo, it's the background to the photo. So I guess that's, again, the reason when we look at photos or images and that sort of thing, we think of the question words. So we think who, what, when, where, why, how, and whatever types of questions we can think about, because they're going to be the basis, I guess, in terms of the way that we're answering, or the information that we give. We give the information that we think is appropriate, and the question words can help us, I guess. So let me see if I can Look at that. There they are. There are those question words. Who, what, when, where, why, how. Now, if we look at this photo, unfortunately, those question marks are right over that lady's face, unfortunately. So, but we can work with that. So let's start with where they are in this particular case. And to me, it very much looks like they're in an office. They're in a room in an office. It looks pretty well lit. The room looks pretty well lit. Let me take that away. The room looks pretty well lit. So there's a good amount of light, in that room. You can see. Doesn't go. Here we go. Okay. So it looks pretty well lit. You can see, in the. You can see very well. You don't there may be some artificial light, but I certainly get the impression there's a lot of natural light. There's a lot of natural light in that office. Yeah. Here we go. There is a lot of natural lights in that office. Which office? The one over there, the one in the picture. That office, not this office, that office. So the one away from me. See, I'm saying that because of the distance towards that photo. So in that office. So if we're thinking of our question words, so where they are, they're in an office. I have to say those seats look very comfortable, don't they? Oh, very comfortable seats indeed. Now, both of the ladies are wearing a headset with a microphone, which makes me think they are in a call center or a contact center. I better put that on. So let me go here. Both ladies are wearing headsets. Wearing a headset, let's say. Both ladies are wearing a headset. This makes me think they are working in a call center. Or it could be contact center, depending on if how picky the place is, I guess, in terms of the name. So a contact center or a call center. Of course, this is the British English spelling. So what I'm saying, of course, but it's the British English spelling. Of course, if with American English spelling, you'd have center. I just say that because you'll see that a lot. So you'll see the little squiggly line there that's saying, "Oi." It's because it's set to the British English standard. And of course, it's not one is not right or wrong. It's just the different standards. And I guess the only point to make with that is if you're sending something or writing some information to someone, particularly in a formal sense, it's good to make sure whatever you're writing is standardized. So that's the main point with looking at the differences in writing, apart from novelty as value as well. There could be some novelty value with different words and stuff. So I certainly think they're in a call center. I say call center because they've got the headset, because a contact center would mean, I guess, they are taking phone calls, but maybe also emails. These days they have the live chat as well. So the live chat could be either like you see the video and you speak to the person, of course, or it could be live chat as in like a text chat sort of thing. So there's a bunch of ways, and of course social media. There's lots of customer service and client interaction and that sort of thing done on social media as well these days. So that's, I guess, what we see there. Well, that's what I see anyway. It looks to me, I don't know if it's just this, but my interpretation is the woman on the right looks, I would say, interested and worried at the same time. Or maybe not, worried is not exactly the right word, but sort of maybe nervous is a better word. So a little bit nervous. I think it is perhaps that she is being trained. I think the woman on the left is training her. I could, of course, have this completely wrong. It could be that she is trying to train the other person. So the woman with the orange top, or is that salmon? I don't know. But the woman with the orange top on the right could be doing an example of a call, and then the other woman is asking questions or checking some information and that sort of thing. So she's nervous because, the other person's asking questions. Maybe she doesn't like training other people or something like that. But I think it's more likely the other way. So the person on the right is new in that position or new for that particular thing that they're doing. Maybe it's a new script that they have in the contact center. So maybe they're learning the new script, or she's testing that out or seeing how she goes. She's doing a practice run, perhaps, of that. And the other woman is like training her or guiding her, giving her advice. It could be a live call, and she's helping her through the live call, by pointing out, oh, look at that bit on the screen there. That's the information, or that's where it is there, something like that. That's what I think. So let me, I think the woman on the left is training the other woman about how to manage a call. I don't know what sort of contact. It could be any type of contact center, really, couldn't it? So it could be a call about anything. So I'd say that would be the where, and that's also possibly the why, and the why could also be because there's been a surge in calls. Maybe there's been a surge in calls, and they need more staff available. So you never know. There has been a surge. It's a big increase, a surge in calls recently, and they need more staff manning the phones. It's an old-fashioned sort of word now, isn't it? I guess. To man something. To man something means for someone to be at a position or at a posting of some sort. So for example, someone could man the front door, so that you would put something, maybe you get this like for like a nightclub and that sort of stuff, or like with security guards, they're manning it. In this case, they're manning the phones. They have someone there on the phones ready to answer the phones, so to man the phones. Okay, so they needed more staff manning the phones. So it could be this person is a new recruit. The woman wearing orange or salmon, perhaps. I'm not good with the colors. The woman wearing orange or salmon might be a new recruit. I'm saying might be because I don't know, I'm speculating. It might be a new recruit or someone brought in from another department inside the company. So that's how I'd really say that. There's been a surge in calls recently that need more staff manning the phones. The woman wearing the orange might be a new recruit or someone brought in from another department inside the company. Sometimes you might say, all hands on deck, although this probably isn't that situation. But it's an interesting thing that you may hear from time to time. How common it is, maybe it depends. Sometimes you might hear it. But all hands on deck. This comes from because the deck is what we call like the outside floor, if you like, of a ship or a boat. And so, like, particularly if you think of like the traditional boat, yeah. So that deck is that floor on the outside, where you can stand on the outside. So if all hands on deck, so that doesn't literally mean put your hands on the deck, or I don't think that's where they got it from, but I think it actually means that all of the available hands need to be available to work on the deck. So in the working area, maybe it's an urgent situation, or like for the boat, maybe there's a storm, so we need everyone doing everything to put up the sails, or to help directing, or to, I don't know, to put the water over the ship or something, to bail them out, if you like. The bail being the bucket, yeah, to bail them out. It could be. So if it was all hands on deck, probably not, because they look pretty calm, I think, in this particular photo. They don't look like too stressed, even though I said the woman looks a bit worried or nervous. They don't look like overly stressed. So all hands on deck would be like everyone and anyone. So like from the top to every, like top to everyone down, basically, to get everyone involved with, like in this case, maybe manning the phones, answering calls, or doing whatever. If it's like, I don't know, if it's in like in a market, maybe a market, you see like a stall that's really, really busy, and they've got some people out the back, and they get the people out the back to come and help in front. You will see this in the supermarkets, when there are like, you have the checkout and you have the big queues in the supermarket, and with those big queues, someone looks and goes, oh, the queue's too long. We need to, hurry it along. We need to get these people out of here, because people are going to get really annoyed and frustrated. So what they'll do is, they'll say, excuse me, Daniel, to your checkout, please. Tracy, to your checkout, please. And they'll call different staff members to go on. And if it's and maybe if it's really desperate, maybe some people are sick, or they can't come in, or some people haven't shown up, or for whatever reason, they get like the managers there as well. So the people who may be putting stuff on the shelves and stacking the shelves, they come out from that, because they need to get to the checkout to get the money. They need to take the money from the customers. That's the one thing with a business, but have someone to take the money. So so they need someone to take the money. So anyway, so that's it's a long story for all hands on deck. So everyone helping, basically, everyone helping out. So I think that's what's happened here. I think that's what's happened here with this. What do you think? I think that's pretty close, I would say, as a guess. So let's read this together, shall we? So it's not really a great introduction, is it? It's just sort of like in there. The room looks pretty well lit. There's a lot of natural light in that office. Both ladies are wearing a headset. This makes me think they working. they working? That's terrible. Let me think. They are working. Oh. See, this is why it's always good to edit, because we miss these things. This makes me think they are working in a call center or contact center. I think the woman on the left is training the other woman about how to manage a call. There has been a surge in calls recently, and they need more staff manning the phones. The woman wearing 7 might be a new recruit or someone brought in from another department inside the company. All hands on deck. That's not the greatest story, is it? But, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So what sort of questions could we form from those sentences? Because remember what we do try and do is to we want to speak, but there's no one here speaking except for me, so I'm writing in this case. But what we do want to do is to produce. This is the key. So if we're not speaking, we're writing. But we want to produce, but we want to think of what we're saying. Sometimes we need to say positive and negative. The difference is, I guess, when we're writing, we don't necessarily need to write the negative. It's an unusual thing. It's like, it's more common to say, like, when I say, like, the room looks pretty well lit, there's a lot of natural light in the office. I don't think they switched on all the lights. I mean, I could say that, but there's no real need to. There was no, like, I don't think there is a problem with natural light. Maybe, but a lot of times we don't need to necessarily force the negative. I'd say it's probably more for a writing thing that's there and more permanent in a way. It's unusual maybe to say, because when you say things, they can be throwaway, if you like. You can say it, and if it's not important, you just throw it away. Whereas with writing, I guess it feels like a bit more effort. Anyway, so what we do is try and write some questions. Let's try this. How's the light in the office? How's the light? How is it? This is exactly the same as how are you? Good, happy, iffy, not feeling 100%, top of the world, brand new, all these sorts of things. How's the light in the office? The office is pretty well lit. It's and like we can sort of just say exactly what's there. There's a lot of natural light, but we can also give an opinion. How's the light in the office? It looks pretty good. It's pretty good, I think. It's healthy. It seems a healthy work environment. There's a lot of natural light coming into the office, and it's very well lit. So we're paraphrasing a little bit, and we've made some type of analysis. So we're adding. Now, if we can do that in an answer, of course, that's a great thing. Like a normal conversation. I should actually write that, shouldn't I? What are both women wearing? I could say, what do the women have in common? I mean, it's what do the women? I don't know what the. No. Okay, so they want me to change this to what do women have in common? But that's a little bit too general, because women is all women, that we all women in the world. But in this particular case, we're just speaking about the two women in the photo. So that's why we say the woman. That's the use of the definite article there, because we're being specific to them. So we're going to ignore that particular suggestion, but thanks anyway. So what do the women have in common? So it's another way, I guess, of writing, but you could probably have too wide a variety of answers, but they can all be answers. I guess the problem is where you're writing questions for a specific answer, which is not always, well, it's done in sometimes in some situations, but not for a lot of things. So it depends how realistic that is. Okay. Why is the company training more staff? It could be training or recruiting, depending on whatever the real situation is. And we know they're doing that is because the calls, the amount of calls has increased substantially, by a big amount. So we've got a surge. There's been a big surge in those calls coming in, and so they need more people to answer the inquiries, to answer the phone calls, or to take the sales, or to whatever they're doing in that call center or contact center. Yes. Okay. All right. So I think there are some questions there. We could go on, but in this particular case, we shan't. We shall not. Okay. So just a reminder, once again, this is Have a Tea with Me. We are here for English language conversation. If you want to practice your speaking, if you're an English language learner, you want opportunities to practice conversation and to try speaking different things in English, we would like you to join. So you will see in the comments and in the chat there is a link. You can just click on that link and you can come on through to the studio. You are most welcome to do that. Of course, that's when we are live. Now, if you're looking at this on the replay, and once again, hello, if you are, if you're looking on the replay and you're thinking, oh, that's not a great time, 12 o'clock Universal Time, that's not a great time for me because I'm sleeping, running, studying, at school, at work, doing something, no problem. No problem. Send us an email, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com. That is, so to repeat, when you repeat something, you can go, that is one way to do it. chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com. And you can send us an email, tell us, who you are, where you're from, tell us what you like to talk about, tell us your time zone, and also some days and times, like in general, that are better for you, and we can see if we can arrange a time for a chat. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you are having a good day and continue to have a good day, and we hope to see you in an upcoming live class, hopefully coming and chatting as well. We certainly look forward to that. We hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, follow, all those sorts of stuff. But it's really important. The most important thing is to participate in some way. It really is important to participate in some way. So I say this. It's take myself out of there. So likes and subscriptions and follows and all that sort of stuff, they help me. That's really great. But for you, what helps you with your English is if you're writing and if you're speaking, if you're producing English. And that's the most important thing for helping develop. It's with everything that you receive Absolutely, that is important. That is crucial. But cement that, yeah, to internalize that, to make that part of your active vocabulary, and to maybe you're picking up structures when you're reading, that sort of thing, or you're listening to new words and you're noting them down. If you're not putting them into practice, they're just going to go. They're going to go, unfortunately, and you just need to be active with that practice. So we thank you for all of the good things, but we do hope that you're also practicing speaking, practicing your writing. All right. Good luck for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you next time. All right.